Hey guys, welcome back with another video with Linksy. Hope you're doing well today. Today we're going to be looking at Warhammer Vermintide 2. It is a fantasy Warhammer game created by Fatshark. It is an absolute stellar game. It is essentially, simply said, a Left 4 Dead-esque hacker, slasher, blow 'em up, charge through hordes of vermin and chaos and kill all in your pot. You are 4-player co-op, and I cannot stress this enough. This is an amazing game to play with your buddies. It is fun on your own, but not as much fun as it is when you're 4 people that you know, you're exchanging banter, and you're playing. And you have 5 different characters to play with. You have Marcus Kruber, the mercenary, you have Bardin, the dwarf, ranger, you have Carillion, you have Victor, and you have Sienna. Each one of those characters have different ways of being played. Each class then has an additional 2 unlockable career paths, which are for the Marcus are the Foot Knight and the Hunter. For the Dwarf you have the Ironbreaker and the Slayer. For the Elf you have the Handmaiden and the Shade. For the Witch Hunter you have the Bounty Hunter and Zealot. And for the Pyromancer you have... for the Fire Battle Wizard you have the Pyromancer and you have the Unchained. Then, additional to this, they're still working on it, they have only unlocked for us now the Bretonnian, Grail Knight and the Outcast Engineer for DLC content. You buy these are mini DLCs, they cost around €3 and they're just absolutely stellar addition to the game. If you really like a character, you get the option of focusing just on that character, and I think for its price, definitely worth it. Just the additional €3 you get a completely new mechanic, completely new character and a completely new playstyle. Now let's jump into the player lobby. And jumping into the player lobby, we instantly go into this beautiful castle, and it's something that I will take my time to just tell you. It is absolutely gorgeous and really good fun to explore. You have various different things, but the most important things are the highlighted ones. You have the book of challenges where you get extra challenges and rewards, and the select mission. Eventually you'll go down there and get the mission. Now over here, the Spoils of War is where you get chests. I currently do not have any open, but chests give you loot, and loot gives you equipment. Now equipment is giving you the power level, and then you have the levels. What are they the difference? The levels is just essentially to get talents. Each talent gives you special abilities, special bonuses, special buffs that will help you become stronger and deal better with the waves of enemies you're facing. The equipment level, which is the hero power, is something that comes from what you have equipped. You have a primary slot, you have a secondary, a melees or range slot, you have necklaces, charms and trinkets, and each one of these gives you special abilities, special buffs and special bonuses. You get the common, uncommon, rare and legendary items. Each of them have different upgrades. The uncommon ones have a base power level, the legendary have a base power levels, 2 properties and an extra special ability buff to your units. For example, this one makes your grenades go stronger. Then once you've done that, you go up to your select mission, you select the mission, and you could do quick play, you could do custom game, weekly event, heroic deed, or you could do a Twitch challenge. I do not have a Twitch account, but if you do a Twitch account, your subscribers can interact with you on this. With the heroic deed, you go into heroic deed, you select one of these, which you find as loot in the chests, and they just make your battles much harder to deal with. The weekly challenge is a challenge that is based on whatever the developers come up for the week, and they just make better loot for you after you defeat the challenge, but it is much harder to beat. Custom game, you choose a custom game, you choose a specific mission. Now, missions, what do you have? You have 11 base ones in the base game. These are ridiculously fun, and you do not get bored of playing them, because once you beat them on Recruit, you can go on Veteran difficulty, you can go on Champion Legend, and then if you have the Winds of Magic DLC, you can go on Cataclysm. Each one of them have bosses, waves, etc., but we'll jump into them in a second. Then there is the free DLC, the Curse of Draken, Fells, which is an absolutely beautiful 15-hour gameplay. Easily playing them just 3 times, you're going to get 15 hours of gameplay, in my opinion. Then you have Shadows of Bovenhagen, you have Ubishrik and Winds of Magic. All of them absolutely incredible, tons of content, and they're constantly updating the game. And this is something we should really tell thank you to the developers for, because they update the game, they constantly balance it, and they really make sure that the game stays alive in the community. With that said, let's jump into a mission so I can show you around and show you why it's so fun to play. Right off the bat, stating the obvious, the game looks absolutely beautiful. The interaction between the characters, all these lines that you hear down there, they're varied, they're continuous, and it just makes the world feel alive. The small things like this rat running away, you could actually kill it. It just keeps adding to it. This is on Champion, I believe, and on Champion it just gets a little bit more difficult, but it's definitely doable if you're a semi-decent player, which I am. Fortunately, I'm barely a decent player. You get, as we said, your abilities, you get a special ability, and you get to find loot. You get a potion, you get a bomb, and you get a potion with special effects. That was my special ability as the Bretonnian Grail Knight, and all of these little things add up. The monsters spawn in random positions, there are random hordes that spawn, and they are just different in every way of the game. Just helps the world to feel all alive, and every single time a different playstyle. There are special monsters that come, there are monsters that are mini bosses, and then you have also bosses that come along as well. This game is best played in pairs or in teams of 4. If you have friends, it is ridiculously funny because you can mess around with your mates, with your friends, and you can help them out. For example, the assassin is running around, jumping on us, trying to kill us. There's a rattling gun or a warfire thrower, both of them actually, and they're just coming at us non-stop. Guys, that's basically it for now. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, please consider subscribing to the channel, leave a like. I will be streaming this with my friends, and holy shit, we have a Vermintide coming at us. That's never a good sign. With that said, guys, I really recommend you play this game, and I'm out. Okay, bye, see you later, bye bye.